right. Happy Tuesday. Happy 19th of September. And so this is the second last Tuesday training of this month. I can't believe it. We're in Tuesday training number 64. And I'm just so excited for today. I'm excited because this week I'm going to be talking about these three topics that were literally something that I was resisting. So I'm going to share with you about those today. But first of all, if you're here live, please put in hashtag live. And for later in the replay, please put in hashtag replay so I know who has watched this. And I liked to address and say thank you because sometimes Facebook doesn't let us know who's here. And put in your questions as we're talking. Put in your questions and I will address them. So, here's the thing. I'm going to be talking about these three topics: manifesting, quantum leap, and raising your vibration. And it's so important. I have been tapping into this more than ever. And I discovered these words about 2-3 years ago. Believe it or not, I know that they have existed forever, but it wasn't something that I knew. It wasn't a part of my world at that time. And so when I heard these words, and I really resisted away from it because my thought was, it's for a higher level of spirituality. It's for spiritual teachers. It's for a level of meditation, yoga. I had all these ideas and I did not research exactly what they were. I just stayed away from them. And so when I actually went into discovering what they meant, and here's why, because some of my mentors mentioned this and I didn't want to tap into it because of this. I'm like, well, that's for like that type of level, because I am spiritual in a sense. I do believe in God, but I don't go around with the Bible in my purse, and I'm not in church hardly ever. And I manifest my belief towards God for me in a different way. It's a daily routine. It's something that I can relate to. So I thought that you had to be practicing it in that way. So what I want to share with you today is, and I wrote it down here, and if you can't clearly see it because I'm seeing my computer is having a bit of a reflection there, I'm going to screenshot them and I'll put it into the group right after the training. I wrote out exactly what the myths are and what the truths are behind these three topics. And the key here is, the more that you're aware, the more things are going to happen. And so when I started to be aware that I was already in a higher vibration and aligned with my vision and with my goals, but I wasn't aware what this energy, what I was asking, I was getting. Because here's the thing, we mix it up with all these things we see on social, or movies, or Netflix, or whatever, and we think when we ask, we're going to get it in that sort of way. So here's the thing, I want to give you some of my personal experiences, but I'm going to give you those experiences after I talk about this. So I want to talk about raising your vibration. So here's the first myth is, this is what I thought as well. So most of us believe it's about always feeling super happy. It's always about feeling super happy. Instead, it's about finding balance and aligning with your true self, which includes embracing all emotions. It's not just embracing the happy. It's about embracing where you're at and embracing that frustration and being aware of these emotions that you have and being aligned with them. Mastering manifestation. So the myth, it's wishing for things and they magically appear. So when I started myself to tap into this, I just thought, hey, let me just ask what's going to happen. It didn't. So I'm like, this is BS. So the real truth about it, it's a co-creative process of belief, action, and alignment with your desires. It is a co-creative process of belief, action, and alignment with desires. This is very important. I am co-creating with the energy, with my belief, the action that I'm going to take, and the alignment of my desires. It simply means this. If my belief is, if my desire is, I want to lose weight by the end of the year, okay, and my actions are nil, my belief is I won't be able to do it anyways. Is it aligned with your desires? Flipping that as well. If my belief is that I'm healthy, I want to lose this weight, I can do it. My action is 3 times a week with a nutritionist and going to the gym, but my desires isn't truly this. My desire is maybe not going to the gym and going to a nutritionist. My desire is something completely different. It's not going to work. So going back to raising your vibration is alignment with your true self, with who you are. So quantum leap towards your goals. The myth is it's a one-time giant leap. You just got to take that leap. That's it. It's going to happen. The truth is it's a series of consistent smaller steps that leads to significant significant progress. It's the smaller steps that lead to the significant progress. And so what does that mean? How many times have you heard me saying this in my trainings or in my posts or in my lives and my reels? It's the small stuff that counts, that becomes bigger, right? I think I've done this example a lot of times. So if I was assigned to build a wall 2 meters by 2 meters, which I have no idea how to make, but even so, I wouldn't be concentrated so much on the wall. I would be concentrated on where to put each block correctly in the right place, one by one. And one by one, every day, for the next maybe couple of weeks or month, that wall is going to get built. So this is what it means. It's a series of consistent smaller steps that leads to that progress. And so this is what's been happening to me in my own life. And I want to give you some examples, some real examples. So even just here with all of you today, I'm not here by just chance. I'm here because it's my desire. It's what I truly believe in myself. And there are days I doubt myself. Even this morning. What am I doing? Who's listening to me? Is somebody out there? Am I making the impact that I want to make? Is it my program? Is it satisfying the clients that I have? Who am I attracting? Am I attracting anybody? And just doubting myself of my capabilities if something needs to change. But I'm not here by chance. And even though I have those doubts, I say to myself, you know what, Anna? Somebody out there needs you. Somebody is on that kitchen table crying. Somebody you need to reach out to. And I have a purpose here. And so I made consistent steps. I'm still making those consistent steps, showing up. I keep on moving forward because I know that I'm gonna get there to my desire. And I believe in myself. And I'm taking the action. And so I'm not here by chance. I got up every day, even when I was in my group here, that there was only me, my sister, and a couple of friends that were from one of my mentorship groups. There was 5 of us. And my mentors joined. I didn't know how to do challenges. I had no idea about lives. I didn't know how to create posts. I didn't know how to find people. I didn't know how to connect with people. But I just kept on going. I just put myself out there. And I'm growing. And I'm still growing. And so I manifested this. I make sure that my energy is high. I wasn't born like this. I just want to tap into myself. I am aware when I'm low, like this morning, and I'm like, I gotta move. I've gotta do something. I've gotta listen to something. I've gotta talk to myself. So I journaled it out, what was bothering me, what was keeping me down. But I'm here because if I would have listened to that self-doubt, I might have canceled this training today. And so when I look back from when I started till now, I've made a quantum leap. And I want to share with you other things. It's what you put out there, you're going to get. And I want to refer this when I was talking about the movies. Because we see all this, when things happen, it has to be in that high level state. But sometimes the universe, God, whatever you believe in, brings it to you in a different way. So my daughter came for a month down from uni. She doesn't live with us and stayed with us for a month. And, then things get in the way, right? Things happen. And I just felt like her time was coming up to leave. And I'm like, where did the time go? We were doing something every day. And so here's the thing. I reflected. I was asking for more time with my daughter, to do something with her, to talk with her. And I really, really wanted this. And I felt like I just didn't give enough. And so here's what happened. And I didn't realize it till after. Me and my daughter went out one morning. I had to go, getting some groceries. It was basically a 2-hour run around, doing the shopping and buying the soap and doing some little errands here and there. And all I did the whole time was complain or just talk to her about some situations that's going on with her dad, me and her dad. So my husband. And the 2 hours went by. Later on in the day, something clicked into me. And I realized that I asked to be with my daughter. I asked to have some quality time. And that was what was given to me. I don't even know where those 2 hours came out of. We weren't supposed to go shopping. We weren't supposed to be together. It so happened that we were together and those 2 hours were given. I didn't notice that. And I used up that time for something that didn't serve any of us. I didn't tap into that moment. And so I started to go deeper into this, about this manifesting, about on your higher vibration. When did I ask to be with my daughter? And it was when I was aligned with myself and truly what I wanted for both of us, for me. And truly what I believed. And it happened, but it didn't happen like the films, because we think that spending quality time with our children, or whoever that is for you, is like in the movies. We're supposed to be in the spa, we're supposed to be doing our hair, we're supposed to be on the beach, we're supposed to be in like a down, what's it called, the rooftop, down convertible, and going down, Los Angeles, Main Way, Miami, right? You won't be thinking that spending quality time with your daughter, or whoever that is for you, is supposed to be in a car going to do grocery shopping. But it is that. See, the energy, the universe, God, whatever that is for you, is going to bring it to you. You have to be aware of it and take advantage of it. So now I'm very careful and I'm very aware of what's going around me. I want to give you another example. My parents are coming. My parents are finally coming. I haven't seen them for 4 years. I've seen them on WhatsApp, but not physically. And as you guys know, I do teach little Italian children English. And they're always saying the 25th, the 25th, the 25th. So when I looked at my calendar, I said, I've got 2 new classes. How is that going to work? I've got to go get them in Rome and come back. And literally, they've been talking about the 25th for a month. And so I've been the last couple of days, I've been saying to myself, I know this is going to work out. It's going to happen. I'm going to figure it out. My parents are first priority. I'm going to ask my sub to come in. I have a friend and do it, or I'm just going to have to change the classes. It's going to happen. I would literally love, I said, if this can all work out. I know it's going to work out. I would love that it was possible that I can be with my parents and do this class. So yesterday, this is what happens. My dad calls me, which is always my mom first, and he went shopping, he bought new clothes, he's getting ready. And I said, okay, so on the 25th, what time are you here? And he's like, oh, it's not the 25th, it's the 26th. I'm like, it's Tuesday. I'm like, wait. You told me the 25th. You know the 25th, it's a Monday. It's not a Tuesday. And he says, no, we leave on the 25th, but we arrive on the 26th. And I'm telling you guys, it's been the 25th up until now. Okay? So I'm getting goosebumps already. So last night, I was just laughing inside of me because I said, this is another moment. Literally, I wish I talked about this more because it's been literally the 25th. They've been saying the 25th at 11 o'clock, we are arriving in Rome. Now it's on Tuesday, and Tuesday, I have nothing. Tuesday, I have my training, but I don't have, at that time, these courses. So, because I said, I want to teach these children, but my parents are so important as well. It's going to work out. I'm going to figure it out. It's going to be done. I would love for both of it to happen. So I get to teach on Monday, and I get to stay with my parents on Tuesday. I don't know if it sounds crazy to you. I thought it was crazy as well until I started to be seriously aware of things around me. So yesterday I had a course. I taught some little kids, and we change as we go weekly. And last week, as I was looking to see what I need to be doing for Monday, I needed a whistle. And I had everything but a whistle. And I'm like, where am I going to get a whistle? Because the point is not to spend the money, it's to find these objects, create them. So anyways, I said, I don't have a whistle. Where am I going to get a whistle? I really need this whistle so that this my teachings on Monday is going to be super. Here's what happened. Listen. On Saturday, I pick up my nephew. I went to go pick him up. He was very, very agitated. He's very hyper. And I was getting him. I said, well, get your clothes. Come on, you're going to stay the day with me. We're going to do some things. Get some extra change. And he's like, but I've got to, he was going around the room. He was getting his shoes. And he was telling his grandma, I want this, I want that, and whatever. And then he grabbed a whistle. I didn't think about it at the moment, but then when we got in the car and he was whistling, and I said, there you go again. I asked that I needed a whistle. I didn't know where I was going to get it, but I really need this. It was important to me. This whistle was like the key to this teaching on Monday. And he brought this whistle. He left it at my house. And I used the whistle. It's the little things. Just being aware. I'm being so more aware of this in my life. And I wish, I'm going to go back to that. I should have, I wish I was so more aware of this in my life before. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this online. Some of your, your faves that you're following, if you have other mentors and coaches, they talk about this. But it just seems so unreachable. It just seems like they put it out there that it has to be unreachable, because you know why? When you figure this out, things are going to change in your life. They don't want you to understand it on a day-to-day simple basis. It's almost like the best kept secret. But they talk about it, but in such a high way that it's like, I can't be a teacher. I won't be able to do these classes. I'm not yoga. I'm not a meditation. I thought, if you're relating here, let me know in the comments. If you're watching the replay later, or if you're here live, what are you thinking about this as I'm talking? Do you feel like that you're connected with this? Because I feel like this was kept away from me. I did not know that it was this simple. I did not know it was just about listening to your gut, listening to yourself, and being in this high energy and asking for things, that it will happen. The universe is going to put it out there for you in a strange way. It's up to us to be aware and grab that moment and say thank you. When I found that whistle, when he grabbed that whistle, and I'm sitting in the car and he's blowing the whistle, all I said to myself up, and I looked up and I said, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I did notice you. I see you. Thank you. When last night this happened, I said thank you. Thank you. I'm just being more aware. And so we need to be aligned with our goals. Because if I'm saying I want to be an impactful coach and help other women with their transformative journeys, but deep down, I'm not respecting what I really want to do, and my energy's off, don't feel good about it, it's not going to happen. And so I'm actually reflecting this on my business, because I do want to take it up to another level. And I have been challenged with that this year. I have been struggling with that. I feel like it's a bit stagnant. I feel like there's something off with me. And so I've been taking the time to reflect on what I want to do. What I truly want to do in my business. What I want to do in my love life, with my relationship with my husband, with my children, with myself, with creating more money. I put out a comment. I want to address this comment. I know it's a little bit longer than usual, but I think it's really important. There was a comment, actually a phrase I put out. What would you do right now in your life if you could have? I don't have it off the top of my head here. And a lovely member answered, I just want to do anything online so that I can make more money. Anything. And so this is a mindset that we have that's been installed in us. I've had it as well, and I fight with it as times. But I realize now money comes after our value. What I'm saying is, it's not that because you have zero in your account that you have a zero value. The way I look at it as, when I was at those times that my account was zero, what I would say was, I know it's out there. It hasn't found my way yet. So if you want to make money, you got to go get a job. That's that type of mentality. Is this just 9 to 5 kind of thing? On the online world, It's about making impact. It's about the product that you have, if it's what the market wants. It's about solving a problem in the market that's not solved. I like to do this example as in, when you have pain, right? Would you use Tylenol or would you use like a painkiller, like something that's a bit stronger? You want the stronger dose because you want that pain to go away right away. You don't want the Tylenol that's a little bit lighter. And that's what is online about. What pain are you solving? Are you curing? People want the painkillers. They don't want the Tylenol. And so you have to wait for that. They don't know you. They have to get to know who you are and trust you. And so the online world is completely different. The mindset is, I'm going to make impact, put out my value, and I will create the money, receive the money from that. There's been a huge misconception on that, and one day I'll do a training on that for all of you. But I wanted to answer that as in money as well. You can manifest. You can raise your vibration and have those quantum leaps towards money. But you need to be in alignment with that. So, I hope this has been helpful, but more or less kind of like a light bulb, that something's opened up, a bit of curiosity to maybe go deeper into these three topics and start noticing in your life if things have happened but you just haven't noticed it. You just haven't taken into the awareness of it. Because when we are aligned with ourselves, our energy, we will manifest whatever we want. Things will happen. We just need to detach the fantasy to the reality, as in, it's not going to be Miami in a convertible, you're going down the sauna. It could be one day, but I'm talking about day-to-day things. Things are happening all the time. What we ask for is what we get. Where we focus, our energy is going to go. So let's start focusing and visualizing what we truly want and starting to be aligned with that. I have a vision myself. I literally walk with the vision of who I am in the next 5 years, the Anna that I'm bringing here. And it's having a dog walker maybe, and not rushing back to my house because I've got to make dinner because I have someone that lives in my house and that's doing it. Traveling, meeting different people, being on different stages, in libraries, in schools, talking about how it is important to tune into you. And I already know that. That's going to happen. And so what actions am I taking to do that today? I'm showing up here. These are the little steps. I'm showing up in my group. I'm showing up in my Facebook. I talk about it when I encounter people. I talk about it to myself in the house. I talk to it about it with my dogs. I'm taking the action. What little action can I take today to get closer to that? I'm starting to research English schools here in the area. Can I do something online and ask my old schools in my country where I was? But I believe in myself. I'm taking the action. And I'm taking those little steps. So, I know this is a bit longer today, and thank you for watching and being here live. And I want to thank you, all of you that are going to watch the replay. Please put in what's coming up to mind. This group is a safe group. We're here for this, for learning from each other's experience. Most of all, I want you to learn from my own experience and give you as much value as possible so that you can get unstuck and move and create that wonderful life that you've only been dreaming about. It's time to make it reality. It's time to start manifesting. It's time to put yourself in a higher vibration. It doesn't matter your circumstance. It doesn't matter what's happening out there. What's important is what's happening here. The universe is listening. And who asks will get. Put in your comments. Put in what you're thinking. No judgment. Everyone's thought is accepted here. Have an awesome Tuesday. Continue to pop in the Facebook. I'm going to be putting in other lives and reels about this. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing Tuesday.